Okay, so believe it or not, this video was supposed to be all about the Steelers training camp process, and Big Truz, for about 95% of it, we are going to be talking about the current Pittsburgh Steelers and the current people who are working hard to make the team, right? But of course, in Pittsburgh Steelers drama fashion, right when I'm about to record, this comment comes out from Georgepickens, and it appears to be real. If it's not real, then I'm just gonna have egg on my face. But it appears to be real, and this is what he had to say about the Steelers on Instagram. Georgepickens said, "Quote." They are the cheapest organization. Ain't no stacking. Year after year, they gonna let them players go too. Soon as it's time. LMAO dot laughing emoji laughing emoji. And the cheapest organization thing is where we're gonna kind of hang our hat because he's not wrong. You know, we are a pretty cheap organization. We talked about the Steelers report card that comes out every year. We talk about all the players we've let go. Our locker room stinks. Our training facilities stink by, week 8 in the season. All of our players are super tired, right? We're all aware of that. But guess what? We love the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And the Pittsburgh Steelers are our team. And so, Georgepickens, honestly, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear about how bad the Steelers organization is from somebody who is not currently on the team. He has every right to be upset with the trade. Apparently, he didn't request it. Now he gets to go play with Dallas and Dak Prescott on America's team in a much better offense than we are. And he's gonna go out and he's gonna get the stats in order to get like $100+ million deal. So boo hoo, Georgepickens, right? Like I'm so sorry you got traded. But once again, it's like when someone's talking about your family and they're not a member of the family. It feels a little weird coming from Georgepickens. And so with all of that said, I was talking about the Georgepickens poster. I was really sad that, he gets traded right as I get the poster up and like he was one of my favorite players and it's a very sad situation. But after this comment, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time we take the poster down. There is no more Georgepickens poster because we are the cheapest organization. And I'll be honest, this poster, it was a pretty cheap poster. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty cheap poster. And so now it is gone. Georgepickens, this is the final time we are going to be talking about him. RIP, I guess. Good luck in Dallas. Good luck in your future endeavors. I'm sorry it didn't work out. But don't talk about the Steelers, man. Next up, though, as I mentioned, this is going to be a video about the current players on the team because look at this rookie class, man. Doesn't every single player right here look so inspirational? I love the camera that the Steelers be using. The Steelers, low key, they got the best camera in the league because, like, when they come out with these pictures, shout out to Baku, by the way, for, releasing this. When they come out with these pictures, these shits are like in 8K, 9K. You can see everybody, you can see the pores in their skin. And when I see this picture, it's like, man, are we going to win a Super Bowl this year? Like, is Will Howard all the way on the right? Is he going to be the guy to throw it to maybe Caleb Johnson, maybe to DK Metcalf for a game winner in the Super Bowl? Look at Caleb Johnson in the middle, though. Look at Yaya Black. Look at Derek Harmon. Pause if needed. But yo, look at Caleb Johnson, man. This dude is fucking built, son. And he's wearing Cameron Sutton's number 20 on the running back. I'm very excited on it. Like, I'm very excited about this team. Shout out to whoever made this video. I don't know the account, but shout out to who made this TikTok edit. This is like on Big Ben's podcast, by the way. Will Howard was there, so I just want to kind of give, all of the copyright things out there. This is not my video. Somebody made Ryan Sports 59 made this, and then this came from the Big Ben podcast. Just listen to Will Howard, ladies and gentlemen.
And you saw it in the rookie episode I did. I was begging for the Steelers.
Really?
Please pick me, please.
He wanted to be a Steeler so bad.
Please pick me, Pittsburgh. But there was something deep inside me that just really, really wanted to be a Steeler.
Now you're a big dual threat quarterback, right?
Baby Josh Allen.
Joshua Allen, he went to the combine. What was he?
6'4".
What are you?
6'4".
How much did he weigh?
237.
You guys are the same.
Oh my goodness, 237.
With the 185th pick
You Arabian dealer?
in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Right, man. Let's go.
the Pittsburgh Steelers
I'm
select
fired up.
Will Howard,
I'm so fired up.
Ohio State.
Exciting to be out here, man. It's been my dream my whole life to be an NFL quarterback, and here we are.
Look at the guy, man. Just look at him.
Walking side by side.
Okay, I think we get it. We're all excited about Will Howard, and I honestly don't know if any of us have ever been this excited about a 6th-round pick at quarterback. You can see Zach, who said, please, God, let Will Howard be that guy for us. Please. We're all in this same boat because before, it was like, I'll be honest with you guys, it was like Shador. That's me personally. I will take accountability for that. I wanted Shador Sanders too. Like, I was kind of fiending for the guy. Pause. And like, when he was falling, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so beautiful. We're going to get Shador and we're going to have Caleb Johnson and Derek Harmon. This couldn't have gone any better. And then we draft Will Howard. at that time, I was just like, okay, cool. But as time has gone on, it's like we're lucky to have gotten Will Howard, man, because based on everything I've seen, like this guy could potentially be a guy. I was talking to my friend Rick, who's a Dolphins fan. I mention him all the time on this channel, but the Dolphins, they got Quinn Ewers, and he was saying how like the Steelers and the Dolphins, like we might have gotten the best quarterback prospects just because these guys are like NFL super duper ready. Like the Cam Wards, the Tyler Shows, the Shador Sanders, the Jackson Darts, like maybe not Cam Ward specifically, because I think he has just everything. But everybody else is like they got drafted for the potential, right? To be like these superstar players. Whereas Will Howard and Quinn Ewers, it's like these guys can play the quarterback position. Like these guys are NFL ready. They've been in college systems, or I'm sorry, they've been playing like NFL style football in college. Like these are just polished, ready to go prospects, but like the ceiling may be what you already see already. Whereas like the Jacksons, the Tyler Shows, like they haven't hit their ceiling, right? Whether that's true or not, nobody knows anything until, downs are actually played, until games are actually played. We're not sure about that, but all I'm saying is Will Howard might go to the Hall of Fame. Will Howard might lead us to Super Bowl number 7. And we're all hoping. And once again, like he has Deontay Johnson's number, RIP 18 Deontay Johnson. Welcome number 18 Will Howard. Because when I think of number 18, I don't even think of like another quarterback. What quarterback has ever worn the number 18? All I can think of is Will Howard. There is no other significant quarterback to ever wear the number 18. That is where my brain is right now. That is where we're all thinking as Steelers fans. And we're all hoping Will Howard can be that guy. This is our last time we can go out and get a Timu quarterback, I'll be honest. Like if this Timu quarterback doesn't work out, we need to figure out how to get a 5-star quarterback for cheap. We need to figure out how to make payments on a 5-star quarterback if we can't afford it. There are websites out there like Purchasing Power. There is like Rent-A-Center. They come knocking on the door. You go hide, turn off the lights. I'm not home. Like this is me when Rent-A-Center comes. You ready? Knocking on the door. This is me. Nobody's home. Like that's what we're gonna have to do if we're this cheap ass organization, right? But all that to say, I'm really excited for Will Howard. I'm kind of yapping at this point, but you guys get the point. Like if he doesn't work out, just go buy the name brand product, honestly. Next up, though, you can see Will Howard right here. He's lined up behind center. They didn't actually throw some passes, but like this is just for the look of it. And you can see look how tall he looks in the pocket. And this is with no pads on, mind you. Like he just has these broad shoulders. He has the 6'4" Josh Allen build. We might have lucked out with Will Howard. And speaking of 6'4" builds, speaking of builds, Caleb Johnson, man. This guy, I was excited when we drafted him at the time. Like I said, I was still kind of looking for Shador Sanders. But when we took Caleb Johnson, I was like, okay, that was a great pick, honestly, because you can see him, like the build that he has, you can see he's blocking for our 0 quarterbacks we have on the roster. This tweet is crazy. We really don't have a quarterback on the team, but we got to ignore that for now because Caleb Johnson, he's going to be fantastic in pass protection. That was like one of the traits he came into the league with, which rookie running backs, like who cares about that from your rookie running back? But when you're the Steelers and you have Darnell Washington on the team, when you're the Steelers and you have Connor Hayward on the team, like we think of like intangible shit like that. Like we fucking love a running back who will block. We love a tight end who will block. We love like a fullback who's also a tight end, but also can fucking kick the ball if we need him to kick. Like we just love like little shit like that. And so to get Caleb Johnson, who's already a powerful running back, who has the NFL build already coming into it, we just, like I said, we lucked out. Like this draft class, I think it was maybe a little slept on. Like it didn't really have crazy headlines. Like we took Derek Harmon, who was like the defensive tackle, like the 1st-round prospect, like we were always gonna get. And then we get Caleb Johnson, the running back, just kind of like playing Najee's spot. Then we get like Jack Sawyer. We get the late round quarterback. This didn't exactly have like the brand names that you're normally looking for, but in totality, in overall, I think this is something that we can make a lot of plays with. Like we should be very excited going into this. If we didn't have all of the prerequisites of Mike Tomlin, he never had a losing season, but like we can't win a playoff game. And like if Justin Fields and Russell Wilson and who else have we had? Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett. Like if all that shit hadn't happened in the past, we would be very excited about this team going forward. We're just carrying a lot of baggage right now, but low key, we did just trade some baggage over to the Dallas Cowboys. And so I think the sun is out, the sun is beaming, it is bright for the Steelers, and I'm excited, man. As I keep saying, I'm excited. And then this right here was kind of funny. So like Caleb Johnson, he's like walking in this drill, like he's not, really running. And somebody said he was slower than Najee, confirmed, because that was like a kind of a point of maybe Caleb Johnson is going to be slow like Najee Harris is slow. Mind you, these guys are like top 1,000 athletes in the world right now. I don't even think 1,000. I think they're like top. What do you compare NFL and like NBA and shit like that? They're probably like top 400 athletes in the world. But we're talking about like Najee Harris is slow. We're talking about like Caleb Johnson is slow. Like these guys will beat most people in a race. But I just thought this was kind of funny because here he is just like kind of walking through it. And this is what Caleb Johnson had to say about with the Steelers. I feel like at the next level, I want to come in and get more. I want to be rookie of the year. That's my main thing. Winning Super Bowls, rookie of the year, all pro. I want to do all of that. I want him to do all that shit too. I want the Steelers literally to win the Super Bowl and like these awards, like outside of Defensive Player of the Year and like TJ Watt, like he could win that every year, which by the way, he's only won once. Should have won it more, but that's neither here nor there. Other than those, like other than TJ Watt doing that, we never have anybody win any fucking awards. We never have a rookie of the year. We never have like offensive player of the year. We never have like defensive rookie. Like we never have any of this shit. It's been a while. It's been like since like James Harrison or Troy Polamalu or some shit. I think even Big Ben won offensive rookie of the year, but like that was back in like 2004. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2025. It's time for us to produce these players that get on ESPN. I know that doesn't matter, but shit, man, like can we have some players who people are making TikToks about? Can we have some players that are like what do the people say? Aura? Like we need players with aura, right? And so Caleb Johnson trying to attain this stuff, I'm excited for it. And like this is pretty much what everybody says, but I'm just hoping that all of the pinballs fall for Caleb Johnson because we're all excited to see him. We had Derek Harmon in the first round. I believe Yaya Black was a 4th or 5th round pick. To use 2 picks like that on a position, like we are trying to build the trenches. We are trying to become a team that like you're just scared to play of up front. Like if you're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers and you're a running back, we don't want you excited. We want you to get extra sleep before the game. We want you to like have to have a protein shake. We want you to like wear the unwashed jersey because like you're superstitious. Like we want to literally scare people before they even come and play. And then when they are playing, they're like, "Oh my god, like this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. I have 17 rushes for 10 yards." You know, like that is the team we want to be. And that is the old Pittsburgh Steelers. And when we were the old Pittsburgh Steelers, we were winning all the fucking time. And so if we can get to that level, that would be fantastic. But once again, it is just nice to see the rookies out. Like we have so many players out here, like I said, undrafted players who could potentially make the team. I think in the back is somebody who I wanted to talk about. His name is Rock Taylor, and he's a wide receiver from Memphis. And at this point, I think I'm the last person to really know about this because when it was brought to my attention and someone was like, Rick was like, Rock Taylor, like, are you excited about him? I was like, who? Like, who is that? I'm a casual. I am a casual. You guys all know that. I'm a casual. But I am excited for Rock Taylor after seeing some of the highlights. And there can be a lot of undrafted players that are going to make the team. Like James Harrison was an undrafted player. He ended up being a Hall of Famer. If we can get one of those guys, like we had a pretty good undrafted class. If one of these guys can excel, if it's got to be the undrafted players who we end up keeping, then it's got to be the undrafted players. Either way, though, I hope that these guys come into the league with ferocity. I wish the best for their careers. And I just wish the best Pittsburgh Steelers season to ever happen because I am tired of how excited I am at the start of it and how deflated I am at the end of it. I will continuously go through it because I love this team and I couldn't think of anything better to do. I will continuously, be objective, be blind or not objective. I will continuously be blinded by it. But I really want things to work out. I want us to win a playoff game this year. I want Will Howard to be the guy. I want Derek Harmon to be the guy. I want Yaya Black to be the guy. Because last week, and this is kind of reflecting back to the beginning of the video, it's like, oh, you were sad about Georgepickens. Like, Georgepickens played with Kenny Pickett and Matt Canada and blah, 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 blah this whole time. Now that, like, I would defend him until the end, but now that he's not a Steeler, my attention is on the current players, right? And, like, when people are talking about the Steelers, even if they're telling the truth, I just don't want to hear it. Like, if you talk about my brother like that, I'm going to smack the shit out of you. That is just the overall point of it. So Georgepickens talking about the Steelers. Damn, am I going to smack the shit out of Georgepickens? Listen, I don't want to fight Georgepickens, I don't want to fight you, man. But, like, please, can we please look at me? I'm so pussy. Please, Georgepickens, could you not say that about the Steelers? Georgepickens, don't talk about the Steelers that way, man. But please don't fight me. Anyways, though, I think that is going to do it for this video. I'm kind of yapping at this point. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. I make videos about the Steelers all the time. So if that's something you enjoy, check out the channel again. I almost blinked there. Check out the channel again. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.